Soon we're going to have taco screen paint ready to go. We got half of the base finished already, and we just have another half to go on it. Just about done with it. All right, so as I told you before that, well, first things first, I've mentioned already, I'm going to say it again. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Technology Screens. I'm not sure if I said that already before. But anyway, we're going to be talking about how we're going to be, for those of you who really don't want to have to pay for screen paint products, the gray ones. As I told you before, we used to make those products back in the day, and we consider those products to be old products. So we are going to start ramping up our second website. On there, as I told you before, we really don't consider on our end gray screen paints to be a threat because we actually give these away for free. So under my company, under Crystal Edge Technology Screens, before we had Crystal Edge, we had a company called Digital1crystal Screen Paint, and that's where we developed and made a lot of gray screen paint products, a lot of them. And keep in mind, as I said before, if you go to the website, the link is right there. You will see the beta testers and all the people that were part of when I first started out, and the contracts and stuff like that we have achieved through that part of the company. We don't no longer have the company because we don't support gray screen paints anymore, but as I said before, to those of you who basically like to challenge us, and I don't know why you do, but you try to challenge us, I told you that all I would have to do was just go back to my old recipes and bring out the stuff that we used to make back then that could pretty much conquer and wipe out the stuff you guys make now. Because again, a lot of the gray screen paints you're seeing on the market were ones we've seen so far, ones we've tested. I can't say everybody else, but the ones we have tested so far, they match just about everything we used to use when we used to make gray screen paint products. And one of the things they match that we haven't used back then was the Network Gray 773. All right, so the Digital1crystal Screen Paint has a complete silver version of itself. We show it off in our demonstrations from time to time. Let me see if we can find that sample sheet. We have it up here. Is it upstairs? You know what I mean? It's probably upstairs somewhere. But anyway, we are going to start bringing up the recipe books for our Digital1crystal Screen Paint products. And I said we made a lot of these paints. We made a lot of them. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing up a lot of our old recipes from way back, and we are going to be posting these onto the website for free. This is not the Crystal Edge, but under the Digital One Free Screen Paint Mix. You'll see it right there. That's what I started doing, because I explained crystal clear before, and I can't state this enough, that we used to make those screen paints. So now we're going to actually start boosting that website so we can start advertising those free products for people, because again, if you're going to be using this stuff at the end of the day, it should be free. Because again, as I told you before, it is very, very outdated, extremely outdated. And the fact that there are individuals charging anywhere from $80 to $90 for it, no. The most you should get for that, for a container of gray paint, should be around $40, $50, $35 in that range. If you go to eBay, there are other people who sell it, and their price range is very reasonable. He's the only person who sells it for that much money. He sells it for more than what it's supposed to be sold for. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in more time into the Digital One Free Mix site, and we're going to start going into our recipes and pulling out the old Digital1crystal Screen Paint products and loading them onto the website so everybody can make all kinds of free screen paint mixes for free. Now, if this individual feels at the end of the day that the products that we're making are false and not real, you're more than welcome to go out and make them. The ingredients is right there, the recipe is right there. But as I said before, and they're not going to make it because we gave them that challenge about 2 years ago and it was never met. So if he's not going to make it 2 years ago, he's not going to make it now. So until then, the question is, how loyal are your fans? Are they going to pay, or are they going to get it for free? This is a first stage version of a Digital1crystal Screen Paint silver version. It is the last one we developed before we decided to go strictly into black technology. Now, how does this, it doesn't compare. period, at all. Just, it doesn't. So anything we make and anything we design for that website, we will test it and show you the difference between what we have here versus what we used to have way back then. This is when I explained to you that, again, we don't fear great paint because we give it away for free. Now, feel free to test the products. It's right there. It's free. You can make it as much as you want. As for the individual Crow1176, make as much as you want. As a matter of fact, we will put challenges out for you to go out and make the paint live. We'll date it too also. If he doesn't make the product, then that shows you he can't basically beat the product. And if he can't beat the product, why are you paying for something that you can't beat? You can get it for free from us. All right, I told you I'd take your customers from you. I warned you from the door. I explained to you when we first started out, I said I had no interest in going back to my old company. I had no interest in making gray screen paints. I had no interest in it at all, period. But you kept doing dumb stuff at the end of the day. And I told you all I had to do was go in and just open up that Pandora's box, pull out my old recipes from back then, and just go in and make them and post them for free. So now you got to worry about your customers making this for free. And I'm telling you right now, what's in that container right there will blow out your stuff with no problem whatsoever. Easily. Now, as for the half and half network gray, oh man, that's going to be freaking easy to mess around with right there. We can make that into so many things, it's not even funny, because it already has a perfect base. We don't really have to add any black to it if we don't want to. And there's so many different ways I can actually work that. It's not even funny. I can show you how to make amazing dark screen paint. And I'm not talking about it's not going to be as good as ours, but it'll be better than that UB and that other nonsense he brought over here. Yeah, we can show you how to make a better version, not using bullseye primer. Like I said, we learned how to make all this stuff when we were contracted because every week they wanted something new to post to the site. So we came with all these ideas on how to make different forms of gray screen paint products. So we're going to post all the recipes from Digital1crystal screen paint. There's about 30 of them. It's quite a lot of them. Just to let you know, it's a lot. We made a lot of it. We're going to post that. But not only that, we're going to take the same paint and put it against our products over here so our customers can see that, no, it does not match our technology in any way whatsoever. But as I said before, as for the other individual who claims he makes his special screen paint, we already seen the pictures, what it looks like with the camera off. But anyway, special screen paint, you will see at the end of the day that he will not test this product against his own because, again, like he said, can't beat it. And he doesn't want it matching, especially when everybody else has the recipe. All right, we're going to start tomorrow. I'm going to be ordering me a little half Network Gray 773. I want to get that half and half made and get into a container. We'll do these in all 32s. It's easier to make them in 32s because it's easier to break them down into gallons that way. Next, which will be next week, Saturday, Taco's paint's going to be done. We got Taco's base. It's already finished. It's already done today. We just have one element we have to drop into it. Once it gets here, his will be completely finished. Mind you, in the Taco Supreme screen paint, you have to match every single live demonstration against that product. Hey, you want to make jokes about it? I told you not to open your mouth, didn't I? So this is what you're going to have to go through. You will match every demonstration. If you don't, it just shows you can't beat my cat's paint. My cat's paint. Isn't that kind of embarrassing, a cat's paint? But anyway, he's going to match every demonstration. So if I do an 18 screen certified in a max out zone showing meters don't pick up, guess where you got to be at? In an area that generates enough light to max out a meter with 18 certified screens. We'll name the screens we'll be picking up. And we'll show you where to buy them at. So there's no excuses. If we do a distance throw outside, we do about 6 o'clock. About 15 feet back, you need to pull up a Starfield demonstration, 190-degree viewing angle, all that other good stuff. You have the same projector. You can pick it up and show you where to get it from. Don't complain about money. You shouldn't have a problem with it. Let's see. We got to do 4,000, 5,000. Let's make sure the screen's not hot spotting. All test demonstrations we do between the max out zone and outside. There's only 2 areas we do demonstrations at the end of the day. So you got a lot to go through. So let's see if your screen paint can keep up with this. Which, again, I'm telling you right now from the door what's going to happen. Number one, he's not doing any of the test demonstrations, which means you can't beat legendary Taco. Number two, you're not going to make any of the Digital1crystal screen paint products live on camera because there's no way for you to get out of that situation. That's why you can't do it. There's no sneaky corners you can cut. to get around it, because everybody else is going to have the same ingredient. So say if he makes it and he adds, they can't really add anything to it because everybody's going to know the ingredients. So there's really no way around that. So if he doesn't make it, then why would you buy it when you can get it for free? And if he does make it and it matches, then why would you buy it? Because you can get it for free. See the kind of stuff, you see the trouble you get yourself into? Man, you never learn, do you? I just sat there and showed you demonstrations of my past. So clearly, you know, I have an expertise when it comes to basically developing gray screen paint products, because I was around in that era when they were making them. And judging by the Facebook page and the beta testers, you can see my product had a lot of weight attached to it. As a matter of fact, you can go back to AVS forums 9 years back, and my name is mentioned in there quite a few times in AVS forums. So that's how I knew about Mississippi Man and all those guys over there. I knew about Superman, that guy, whatever his name is, Moncrief. Yeah, he was doing beta testing for my company way before you ever existed. Yeah, man, come on now. I've been around for a long time. So I told you from the door that I had no interest in gray screen paints, and we really didn't. But now you keep running your mouth too much. I told you that I could flood the market with Digital1crystal screen paint, challenge you to it, but you can't back up at the end of the day, and put you out of business that fast, that quick. And I've always had this stuff at my disposal to do it so. And I just haven't done it because, again, I didn't have an interest in it. And we don't consider you to be a threat at the end of the day. Again, why would I consider any of your products a threat when I can make them and we give away free gray screen paint mixes to make? So now you're in competition with the old schools, the throwbacks. So if he doesn't do the test demonstrations, if he doesn't make the products, we got 7 on the website right now, which we challenged him to make. He hasn't made any of them at all, period. So get yourself some free screen paint. All right, so with that being said, tomorrow morning I'm going to be up. We're going to be getting ready to prep. Got to cut the yard for tomorrow. I got my big boy speakers set up, getting my cables and wires and all that stuff. We're going to be outside on 250 inches. Let's see if he's going to be, oh, he doesn't have it. We all know that. Forget that. Let's move on from there. Well, we're going to show off our 250-inch screen, which I can't wait to show that off. Oh, I just downloaded the game Giant from PC, and I got a tablet coming in. I should play Giant on a 250-inch screen. That would be freaking sick. But anyway, we got that coming in. The Taco Unicorn. We're finishing up on a Unicorn. And we got several screens we have to paint. We're going to do a 100-inch screen, 120-inch screen, 150-inch screen acoustic. And I'm doing another 150-inch acoustic for the outside display. Oh, I'm going to be up this morning too, showing off the screen outside again. I should do the gamer screen this time. That's been already a couple times. All right, so the silver, the new silver, and that's what we're calling it, the Cinemax. That's where we're taking your name. We're taking it. You don't have the right to have it at the end of the day. The stuff I've seen already, this guy do already from the end of the day. Oh, we got to post those demonstrations too from those customers on the blacklist, so we can see that. So the fellow, whoever you are, I don't know how you got those videos. I don't know how you did it, but thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's why you have to understand what we picked up in those videos. Yeah, the memes and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of all that stuff to begin with, really not. But anyway, the other part of him showing the inside of his house or apartment, those pictures right there. Do you have any idea how those pictures were taken? Do you think he did it? No, Crow didn't take those pictures and posted them. Oh, heck no. Somewhere along the line, he had all his lights on in the house, and the screen was running. Whoever was in that house at that particular time pulled out a camera and took those pictures, which means they showed off what Crow's product really looks like in a fully lit environment. So all the demonstrations you're watching, we were telling you this from the door, all his demonstrations are too dark. He's doing these really dark demonstrations, especially when we're seeing demonstrations where we have window light peeking around the windows, where he's trying to give off the environment the illusion like there's light in the environment. It's a well-lit environment when it's actually really super dark. And that's why when we see light coming around the doorway, around the peephole, and around the curtains, that lets us see that, okay, this guy's faking his demonstration right there. So whoever was in that apartment at that time with a camera took a picture of the screen when all the lights were on, which you get a chance to see when the camera's not rolling. So again, I already know from the door you are prepping your areas. You do just like the certifieds do. Certifieds go on and do ambient light controlled environments. They prep the environment so the screen looks good. That's what they do. And you constantly do this because in your demonstrations, you're constantly showing demonstrations with a little bit of light, but then you always convert back to a very dark environment. Your shut curtains or whatever. These are things you do. You call them telltale signs. You know, people do stuff. What do they call it? Information that people give off when they're basically playing poker. They give off those telltale signs. Every time they get a good hand, someone may rub their eyebrows or do something really interesting. You pick up on like, oh yeah, he's got a good hand. Yeah. So that's what your environment looks like. Interesting. So we screenshotted them, we posted them, all that stuff has already been posted. And yeah, they're chattering about it. So that's what we already knew your product didn't pick up well. It didn't pick up well already. It wasn't picking up already. Colors were washed out, contrast wasn't picking up. This is why you have to get those high-end projectors, because you have to make it for what the screen can't do. But the screen can only do so much. The projector can only do so much. That's why when you saw the person do the review on the P2, you see how washed out the image was? It was pretty bad. And this environment was actually much brighter than Crow's. Now, the demonstration that we saw from the customer, that environment was the same amount of light, just about the same amount of light the fellow was doing a review on the P2. So that washed out image, yeah, is very true. Now, for those of you, not to discourage you, P2 is an amazing piece of machinery. There's nothing wrong with it. The problem is the screen's just being displayed off. But I don't know what you did. You took this guy off, boy. He went ham on Crow. He went ham on him. Basically, literally went ham on him. We're digging up some more stuff. We got trackers coming in. He's gonna be hunting more stuff. Let's see what else we can dig out. Oh, it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, so apparently, I don't know if he lives in your building. I don't know if he's a friend of a family, or wherever he is, he had access to your home. And if he sits there and says, oh no, that video is fake. How's the video fake? So you're telling me that somebody went in, duplicated an exact copy of your apartment, and did the demonstrations? That's what they did? So how in the world did they get an exact duplicate of your apartment? Yeah. You make a perfect politician, I swear. You're on air live, right on camera. If you didn't take the pictures, and post them like that, then who did? It's your apartment. No way around it. It's like you're saying that the demonstrations that we have of you deleting your videos, those demonstrations are fake also? They're not real? So, again, how in the world would he have gotten access or been able to duplicate your exact apartment to a T to do a demonstration to make it look like it was actually in your apartment? That'd be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Someone's going to spend $50 or whatever you paid for your paint, $60 or $75, and then spend thousands of dollars to duplicate an apartment to look exactly like. No, man, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. No, that he was in your place. And you had all your lights on, your screen was running, and it was washed out. And he got a couple of pictures, and he posted them. And the interesting about it is, in two of the posts I'm looking at, they're not your apartment. Those two are not. Those are actually in whatever place he's living in, because you can still see the frog tape around the screen where he just previously painted the screen in. And he got the same level that you has in your apartment. I told you he lies. That's why he didn't post demonstrations to his website. He tried to delete the videos off his account so no one else can see them, even though he posted them, even though he was in the videos talking. He tried to remove them. He tried to get rid of them. And that's just icing to the cake right there. Oh man, that's bad. All right, people, I gotta go. I gotta finish this silver paint. We have a couple more screen paints went out on the website. So, Crow, you're in competition with Digital One. And it ain't going to do well with you because you don't want to match it. And you definitely don't want to overpowering you. So, either you're going to test it, you have to test it on live. When you do the demonstration, you make the products. All demonstrations must be done live. Everybody should see all the ingredients that's being put in so you can see how it's being done. Because, again, if that paint comes up dark or it doesn't look right, again, anyone can go in and make the same product and put you on blast. You don't want any more of that. So when you make the ingredients, make it live. Now, mind you, I asked him to do this couple months ago when he called my house verification for getting permission to buy the black paint from us, which again, receipts, we're still waiting. But anyway, he asked for that, and I replied, the network Gray 773, I wanted that done. He replied he did 2 videos already. Those are the ones that are gone and went missing. And we asked for him to make all 7 of the Digital1crystal screen paints live on camera. The fact you haven't made them means you're actually threatened by them. So you got an option. How loyal is your customer base? Are they going to pay for your products, or are they going to basically make ours for free? Now, if you don't do the test demonstrations live on camera, keep in mind, if you mess up, if that product matches in any way, you've already failed, because you just made a product that everybody has the ingredients to. Now, as I said before, feel free to make my product if you want to. Parte tried it in 2017 and failed miserably, so feel free. But keep in mind, when you try to make my product, it has to pass every single test we put underneath of. You don't even pass your own test for your own product, let alone try to do ours. You won't even pass Taco's test at the end of the day. You can't even match his. But, well, we'll see how this all goes. But feel free to make it, and I'll get the ingredients from you, and I'll make the product, and I'll do the test demonstration live. Well, there you go. Okay, people. We start boosting the site tomorrow. I'm going to be adding some stuff to it, some more video demonstrations. And, yeah. If you decide that you don't want to do the demonstrations, I'll contact the beta testers. They will get your stuff, and they will do the test themselves. So, time is a ticking. Get started. I got to go. Thank you all, and God bless.